Hello there and welcome back to my channel. We're gonna hang out today, but we have to be productive, all right? That's the deal because I've got things to do. I need to assemble team teacher gifts for the new school year. I wanna get my planner set up and today is a special day, so let's jump into it. It is Tuesday, July 21st, and that means it is Billy's birthday.
Happy birthday!
We're gonna do a little baking for him later on, but currently he is at work. However, we had a very productive start to the day. We got up at 5 a.m. this morning, went and got our workouts done, so check. And then while Billy was getting ready for work, I ran out, I grabbed him coffee and breakfast from a little local place that we love. And then when he headed off to work, I came up to my office, did a little computer work, and then one of the things on my to-do list to get done before the school year was getting my car registration renewed. So my car registration each year is up in August, and obviously that's a super busy time with back to school, so I typically try to get it done at the end of July. And I know what you're thinking, Michelle, it's not that hard. You just go online, you fill out the little form. However, because we live in Austin, we have to get an emissions check for our car, like an emissions inspection. And so it's just like an extra step. But I went out, got the emissions test done, came back, got the car registration filled out. So that's a check. And then I also got my car washed, which I never do. But I'm taking Billy to a restaurant in downtown Austin tonight for his birthday, and we're gonna have to use valet parking. It's actually cheaper than like the garages that are nearby. And I don't need the people with valet judging my car because it was covered in bird poop. It's not my fault. There's a tree that's over top of our driveway, so the birds just sit there and go to town on my car, but it is now clean, so that feels good. We are down in the kitchen. I mentioned we're gonna do some baking. I wanna make Billy a cinnamon roll cake. I've never done this before. It's just an idea I have in my head. It's basically gonna be one giant cinnamon roll, which could end in disaster. So it's risky, but you know, risk it for the biscuit or risk it for the cinnamon roll cake. Regardless, anyone who knows me knows that I make a bomb cinnamon roll. Like if there's one thing I can do well in life, it's make really good cinnamon rolls. And typically I make homemade cinnamon rolls for Christmas. It's what we have on Christmas Eve morning, and I've really perfected the recipe over the years. I also bring them in for my coworkers. Like there are witnesses that can attest to my cinnamon roll making ability, but I've never made it into a big cake. And I'm also gonna try out a different recipe. So we're like double risking it. But I need to figure out my timeline because Billy will be home from work around 4:30. And ideally, I want the cinnamon roll cake coming out of the oven at that time so he can like smell it when it's fresh. And then that'll give me time to let it cool and I can ice it before we go to dinner. So that means I probably need to have it in the oven a little before 4 o'clock. I think it's gonna take 30 to 35 minutes, which means I need to start the second proof by like 3 o'clock because that'll be about an hour, which means I probably need to be rolling out the dough and assembling the cake no later than like 2:30, which means I need to have it proving the first proof by like 1 o'clock, which means I can probably make the dough around 12:30, something like that. Okay, we have time. Let's go upstairs and put together my team teacher gifts for the new school year. In my last vlog, I was ordering this all on Amazon. I'm happy to report that it has arrived. So we're gonna put them all together. But first, just a couple random things that I wanted to share. This is going to be a prop. I'm gonna glue it to a popsicle stick so that it can be held. But this is what I'm gonna take with me during Welcome Walk. Welcome Walk is where we go door to door and we greet our students, let them know that we will be their teachers. And last year I had a little small 4 gold balloon and y'all, it deflated like halfway through because of the Texas heat. So I needed to figure something out and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna get a picture of a gold 4 balloon and print it out and laminate it and use that instead. So check. And then I have also assembled my All About Me bag. So this is something I give to students when I visit them for Welcome Walk. Essentially, it's just a brown paper lunch bag and they get this during Welcome Walk. They fill it with 3 items that represent themselves. So their culture, their family, their interests, hobbies, favorite things. They're gonna bring it with them on the first day of school. And then I use this as a little like get to know you type activity. But we're gonna go over that, you know, a little closer to the school year. For now, what you actually care about are team teacher gifts. I feel like I always have to preface this by saying that giving gifts like this is absolutely not a necessity. It's just something I enjoy because gift giving is one of my love languages.
These people just don't realize what a gift basket means. They don't get it.
So I have a leadership retreat that I'm attending at the end of July as the 4th grade team lead. As a team, we're gonna meet the week after so that I can share some of the information and we can also like catch up on our summer and start to get the ball rolling for the new school year. And I like to have a little gift to bring with me. So this year, I'm gonna do these little cactus cups. These are plastic, almost like a mason jar. They have a spot for a straw and it came with kind of the little curly fancy straws and they came in a 6-pack. Now I have 5 team teachers, so I guess I get to keep one for myself. But the idea is I'm gonna put some crinkle paper at the bottom and then they're gonna have some of these reusable little ice cubes. So they look like kind of fruit wedges. I thought they were really cute. They're gonna get 2 of these CRAFTMIX in the mint mojito flavor. And then they're gonna get a couple of these Sonic Limeade drink mixes, and then also a couple of these True Lime little water enhancer packets. I need to do the math on how many I can put in there. And then these are the tags that I made on Canva. It says, sip, sip, hooray. I can't wait to work together every day from Emerson. So if you're interested, I will link the little template that I created for that. Just like that, we're done. Easy peasy. I was gonna say lemon squeezy. I guess in this case, lime squeezy, but this is the finished product. This took all of 5 minutes to put together. The green paper crinkle at the bottom I had left over from the little tree treats that I had made them last winter. I just put all the little drink packets in there. I ended up doing the 2 mint mojito mixes, 3 of the Sonic drink mixes, and then 4 of the True Lime packets. And then I just attached the tag with this little thing of, what do you call this, twine, I guess? I had it in my junk journal, so just using what I've got, but I think they turned out super cute. That is the perfect transition to my back to school checklist that, as you can tell, I have been slowly plugging through. I originally had this, I think, organized in Google Keep, but I switched it over to a Google Doc. I feel like it's just easier, but these are the things that I need to do every year for back to school. I'm still adding to this, by the way. I will be thinking of other things that I need to do, but these were the things that came to mind where it's like, oh yeah, I need to do X, Y, and Z. So for example, prep coworker gifts for back to school, I can now check that off. These are just clickable checkboxes that you can add almost like bullets within Google Docs. So next thing I want to get done is recording my welcome video. This is something new I'm trying this year, but it's just a more personal way to kind of welcome families to what I call the For Emerson class family. So the idea is I'm gonna record like a 3-minute video, just kind of introducing myself and telling families a little bit about me and how excited I am to have that student in my class. I'm gonna upload the video to Google Drive. I'm gonna create a QR code that links to that video and put the QR code in my Meet the Teacher letter. So when I show up to families' houses for welcome walk, I give them my Meet the Teacher letter and it will link to the video. The whole like welcome walk, they're obviously seeing my face and we're interacting, but it's a very quick interaction and I feel like it's gone before you know it and it's almost hard to remember. So that way, after I leave, they can watch the video and it will just kind of I don't know, maybe ease some anxiety leading into the first day of school for any students who maybe feel nervous. They can watch the video, get a sense of, you know, my personality, learn a little bit more about me. So I want to go ahead and get that video recorded today. Ideally, I would record it in my classroom. That way students and families could know what my classroom looks like, but I don't have access to my classroom yet. So we're gonna record it in this corner. I need to put my laminator away. Oh, and then here's Billy's birthday card. I've already put it in the envelope, but I will put a picture off to the side so you know what it looks like. I did a little Mount Everest reference, if you will, and then I just decorated the front. But inside of here, I also created and printed an itinerary for Billy's birthday trip. Billy and I try to gift each other experiences. So we love to go out to dinner to celebrate things, but then we also love to just get away. So I planned a little long weekend for us. We are gonna go to Fredericksburg, which is less than 2 hours from where we live. It's one of those places we have been meaning to get to since living here now for 5 years and just haven't. It's a lot of wineries, which isn't really our scene, but we are gonna do a hike to Enchanted Rock. It's a very minimal hike. It's not gonna take long, but we'll be able to bring Ember with us. I rented an Airbnb, I made dinner reservations, so I put that all in like an itinerary, and that's technically Billy's like birthday gift. So that is inside of the card, but I need to record this welcome video. Okay, I can check off record welcome video, but I will need to edit it and then make the QR code and get it added into my letter. But I'm happy the recording is done because we're getting into the triple digits today, and even with air conditioning inside, it's getting warm and I'm starting to sweat and I'm wearing a gray shirt. We're avoiding disaster, which means we also need to wear our apron because I don't trust myself to not get flour and sugar and who knows what else all over me, and I may or may not have time to re-shower before dinner, but yay, cinnamon roll time. Now, like teaching, I do like to be very organized when I bake. I pull out all my ingredients ahead of time. I'm gonna pre-measure out all my dry ingredients. I do use a digital food scale because baking is a science. That way I'll be able to heat up the milk to the right temperature, get it mixing in with the eggs, and then get it kneading with the dough hook. Dough is done. It's gonna need an hour to an hour and a half-ish to prove. I need it to double in size. I always like to prove in a rectangular box for cinnamon rolls. That way, when I go to roll out the dough, it's already rectangular in shape. But the name of the game for any kind of baking is clean as you go. So I've already been doing the dishes, and we're trying to keep the kitchen nice and orderly. While I wait on the cinnamon roll dough to do its first prove, we're gonna pivot to planner setup because I just got a delivery of more stickers I ordered. 2 vlogs ago, I did a teacher classroom haul, and in that video, I shared that I was gonna be using a physical teacher planner this year. I'm still using Google Calendar, I'm still using Google Slides. Like, that is a bulk of my actual lesson planning, but I wanted just a physical spot to be able to keep track of the day-to-day, make little notes and things like that. So this is a very basic teacher planner that I got on Amazon. I've actually put together my 2026-2027 school year Amazon list, and I have it linked in the description box. This planner is on that list, as well as the Frixion erasable pens that I am using. But the weekly spread has the days going down the side, and then across the top there are 7 different spots for subject areas, and then of course there are like the monthly calendars as well. Now, in that video, I showed some of the stickers that had come in. So I got these like test stickers, as well as these school event stickers. I got the little mini basketballs that will show when we're playing trasketball. But I've had some others come in. So these, they're super tiny, but they're basically holidays and events throughout the year. So these are gonna go on the monthly calendars, and I loved the little images that were with them. And then these were just delivered today because they came all the way from Australia, which I didn't realize when I was ordering them. But these are all from the same seller. I will link each one of these down below. They included some little freebie stickers, which is always appreciated, especially for August. Very cute. I love the personalization. Now, I got these colored dot stickers, and I know I plan to put these on the monthly calendar, but I don't really remember exactly how I was planning to use them. So hopefully that comes back to me. I got these staff meeting stickers that will go on the monthly spreads. I got these birthday reminder stickers. So it has a box where you can write a name. So that will be for student birthdays. And then I got subject stickers. So going back to the planner with that weekly spread, the idea is these stickers will go up at the top here, and I'm always gonna follow the same order for my subject. So I wanted it to be color coded. Now, typically in my classroom, math is like pink, and this color is called strawberry red. I don't know why I was thinking it was gonna be more of like a pink tone, but it's red, it's fine. We've got math, and then Math Flex is orange. Then we've got social studies, yellow, science, green, ELA blue, ELA Flex purple, and then we've got other. So I can fill in like morning meeting or SEL things that we're doing, or just anything else that's going on. And honestly, I just had to complete the rainbow, and there are 7 areas in the planner. So I'm gonna start setting this up by like putting these stickers up at the top and starting to put some of the holiday stickers on the monthly spread, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be real with you, putting stickers in the planner, time consuming, but at the same time, it's easy. Like I've just been on my walking pad watching YouTube videos, but I need to go check on my dough, so let me show you what it's looking like. For the subject headers across the top, the size was literally perfect. I really like how it turned out. And then for the little date stickers, I'll just use November. These are like the holidays. I just put it next to the number, and then if there was more than one, so for example, like Day of the Dead, daylight savings time ends, and then there was also text here, I just put it underneath. And then I realized that it gave me 2 packs. I don't know why I only thought it came with 1 pack, but there were 2 packs. So in addition to putting it on like the month, I also would then add it to like the weekly spread. So let me show you what that looks like. So for example, here, Monday, Election Day, I just put it underneath of the number on the side. Dough has been rolled out. I did not worry about it being like an even rectangle, because as I'm wrapping the strips to create the cake, it's just not gonna matter. But here's to hoping it turns out the way that I am picturing, and then I've gotta let it prove again before I bake. All right, this is very much a we'll see situation, because I should have stuck with my usual cinnamon dough recipe. I don't know why I changed it up. And this recipe was super, super sticky and stretchy dough, which made it much harder to like get the strips to be able to make the cinnamon roll cake. But I don't know, stay tuned. All things considered, it didn't turn out too bad. I need to let it cool off. I have already mixed up the icing, so I will insert B-roll of what it looks like once it is completely done, but it could have been worse, you know? I'll do things differently next time, but it's good enough for a first round. I did make just a couple of regular cinnamon rolls as backup, so we've got a lot of cinnamon rolls happening. Birthday boy is home. Do you feel older?
I do feel older. I'm almost halfway to Social Security.
It's a good milestone. How do you think the cake turned out?
It looks amazing, it smells amazing, the icing tastes amazing. My only request is, can you do it more often?
You only get 1 birthday a year, but...
About like half birthdays.
I'll make you a half a cake for your half birthday.
Deal.
Okay. But I do need to go get ready for dinner. We are going to a restaurant here called Emmer and Rye. It's downtown Austin, right on Rainey Street. It's actually been on our list of restaurants to try pretty much since we moved here. And I figured Billy's birthday was the perfect time to go, because it's one of those kind of nicer, more bougie places. We're actually gonna be sitting at the chef's counter, which should be a lot of fun. But for this video's comments for caffeine, I want you to leave a comment. When it is your birthday, do you prefer to go out to eat, or do you want like your favorite home cooked meal? And either way, Where do you like to go, or what's your favorite meal to have at home? Leave a comment. I will randomly select one to receive a coffee gift card, but stay tuned because next week I can get into my classroom and start setting up. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. That tells me what you like to see, but also hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you don't miss any future videos because those classroom setup videos are coming. But as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.